Okay, when you put on a trade, do you think about who that might be? Who might come into the market to actually make you a winner?
No, of course not.
Yeah, no. And if it turns out to be a winning trade, do you know who those traders were or who that trader was that actually made you a winner?
No.
Is there any way to know?
No.
There might be, but it'd be pretty hard to find out, right? I mean, you could go to the clearing firm, you know, the firm that clears the
bottom line is
bottom line. Yeah, exactly. So what I'm saying is that when the pattern presents itself, like, okay, I have an edge here. When the pattern presents itself, we don't have any idea of who is actually going to come into the market to do this for us. And so there's no point in analyzing. There's no point in judging. There's no point in trying to figure out whether it's going to work or not. It would be like, for an example, if I said to you, Jared, I'm going to give you a coin, and this coin is weighted in a way where it's going to come up heads 70% of the time. Right. Now, just because I know mathematically and statistically that this pattern of coming up heads 70% of the time exists, is there still any way for me to know the actual sequence to heads to tails?
Of course not. It's an infinite.
Well, no, I'm saying, do I know the sequence? In other words, I'm going to flip the coin 100 times, and statistically it's going to come up heads 70% of the times. I still don't know which flips are going to
come up heads.
Which flips are going to come up heads. They say which flip.